वसुदेवसुतं देवं
वसुदेवसुतं देवं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
कंसचाणूरमर्दनं
देवकी परमानन्दं
देवकी परमानन्दं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे
नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे
पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा
येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णा
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः
प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः
नमो नमः. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are joining to the Bhagavad Gita class. We have been covering the second chapter of Bhagavad Gita named as Sankhye Yoga. Sankhye Yoga, the Bhagavad Gita is a part of Mahabharata, and to understand Bhagavad Gita you have to read in context of Mahabharata. The situation, what is the before Bhagavad Gita, how it came about, what was before. Unless you know the past, just reading a piece of Bhagavad Gita and understanding, and it leads to many misunderstanding. In context of Mahabharata, when you read that one, the message becomes very clear. Whatever Sri Krishna is talking about, there is a reference story in Mahabharata, and there is why he is telling this one. There is a message in the stories. There is a reference is there in Mahabharata. In light of Mahabharata, when you read Bhagavad Gita, you start enjoying even more. And we'll chant the mantra, start with, we have covered up to 44 shlokas. Sanjay Uvacha Tam Tata Kripaya Vishta Ashrupurna Kulekshanam Vishidanta Idam Vakyam Uvacha madhusūdana Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastvā kaśmala idam Vishame samupasthitam Anārya jushta asvargya Akirti karamarjuna Klaibyamma smagamapartha Naitattayupapadyate Kshudram hridaya daurbalyam Tyakto uttishta parantapa Arjuna uvacha Katam bhīṣhma aham sankhye droṇaṁ madhusūdana iṣhubhiḥ pratiyotsyāmi pūjārhāvari-sūdana gurūnahatvā hi mahānubhāvān śhreyo bhoktuṁ bhaikṣhyamapīha loke hatvārtha-kāmāṁstu gurūnihaiva bhuñjīya bhogān rudhira-pradigdhān na chaitadvidmaḥ kataranno yadvā jayema yadivāno jayeyuhu yaneva hatvā na jijīvishāma ste avasthita pramuke datra rashtraha kārpaṇya-doṣhopahata-svabhāvaḥ
kārpaṇya-doṣhopahata-svabhāvaḥ
pṛච්ඡāmi tvam dharma-sammūḍha-chetāḥ
पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म-sammūḍha-chetāḥ
यश्श्रेयस्य निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
यश्श्रेयसा निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे
शिष्यस्ते अहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्
शिष्यस्ते अहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्
न हि प्रपश्यामि ममानुपद्य
नहि प्रपश्यामि ममापनुद्यात्
यच्छोक uchchhoṣhaṇam-indriyāṇām
यach-chhokam-uchchhoṣhaṇam-indriyāṇām
अवाप्य bhūmāv-asapatnamṛiddhaṁ
अवाप्य bhūmāv-asapatnamṛiddhaṁ
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
राज्यं सुराणामपि चाधिपत्यम्
सञ्जय उवाच
सञ्जय उवाच
एवम्-uktvā हृषीकेशम्
एवम्-uktvā हृषीकेशम्
गुडाकेशः परन्तप
गुडाकेशः परन्तप
न योत्स्य इति गोविन्द
योत्स्य इति गोविन्द
उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः
उक्त्वा तूष्णीं बभूवः
तमुवाच हृषीकेश
तमुवाच हृषीकेश
प्रहसन्निव भारत
प्रहसन्निव भारत
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये
विषीदन्त इदं वचः
विषीदन्त इदं वचः
When you come to the center, senayorubayormadhya, life is a battle. The whatever role we are playing in our life, it's a struggle in every field. Whatever role we take up, maybe a householder or a professional or an executive or it's a shop floor person, wherever, life is a struggle. Whether a corporate head, a director or president of the company, life is a struggle. Shri Krishna says, gives the guidance to all of us how to fight the battle. Fight the battle. If you are engrossed in that one, you won't enjoy. You will be only complaining. Try to come to the center. Then you will be able to manage the situation better. To manage the situation better, not to get too attached to your work. Where you are residing, only from that point, do not look at the situation. If I am looking at only from my point of view, always I am unhappy. Try to look at from the other's point of view also. For that, I have to come out of my comfort zone and come to the center. Then I can comprehend my situation much better. I can manage my situation much better. Otherwise, I will be always complaining, my boss is unfair, my job is unfair, it's too much of work and my family members are not good, my children are not listening, and it's always so much is there. For example, if he's a prime minister of a country, whom he can start blaming? If he or she is not performing well, he can't complain that his colleagues are not helping. He cannot complain that opposition parties are not cooperating. He can't complain that his secretary has taken leave, has gone on holiday. Whatever is the situation, nobody to blame, but this is the situation. How best you perform. He can't point out finger at somebody because of that person I could not work. And we also in our life, if there is a performance review and I can't blame, I did not perform well because of my boss or my wife or my husband or my children or my parents or my neighbor. I can't blame and how to play the game. You have to come to the center. When you come to the center, Vishidanta idam vachaha. When you come to the center, then you get sixth sense starts working for you. Lord Sri Krishna deliberately brought the chariot to the center and so that Arjuna is not too attached to the other side, only attaching himself to the grandparents or uncles, teachers and other side, seeing only the relatives, or you come to the center. When you come to the center, you can better handle. When I come to the center, whatever advice is given, it will go into you. If I am sitting only on my side, whatever I say, Sri Krishna did not bring the chariot to the center, only in the same place, always Arjuna will be thinking from his point of view, that message of Lord Sri Krishna would have gone to him, gone into him. To bring the message across, deliberately he brought him to the center. Deliberately, now you are not connected to this side or that side. You are at the center. Now listen. Then he could able to listen. By siding on one side, the whatever you do, that it won't go into your ears. And also many people, they say, and Mahabharata, Bhagavad Gita, why Sri Krishna told to Arjuna. He could have told this one to Dharmaraja, is the eldest brother, or Bhimasena. Why he did not tell Bhimasena? Or Nakula or Sahadeva. He could have told why he chose Arjuna. Many commentators, they say Arjuna was the best among them. That is why he was the only right person to receive. That is why Sri Krishna gave that one. They gave the Upadesha. In fact, when you read the Mahabharata, you understand the best among all five, not Arjuna, but Bhimasena. Among all five, the best among five was Bhimasena. Even Duryodhana also says, Bhimaseno samo nasti senayo rubayorapi. There is no one is equivalent to Bhimasena on both sides. Even the other side, opponent leader himself is saying. And all five Pandavas are the incarnation of the divine beings. When the divine beings take incarnation, their physical strength and the mental illumination are proportional. The one who has the highest strength, they are highly illuminated. The strongest and the most intelligent was Bhimasena. It is not the movie, that TV series came. They did not read the Mahabharata properly. If you read the Shastra properly, the Bhimasena is highly. It's a most devoted was Bhimasena, most illumined. In any time, whatever Bhimasena says, Yudhishthira used to listen to him. Any question he used to ask, it's a doubt, he used to ask Bhimasena. Bhimasena was the most illumined, and he was not, you give the suggestion to one who has a doubt. Bhimasena was very clear of his objective in the war. He was not at all confused. He knows what to do in the war. He was not confused. And Dharmaraja had gone into depression before when they went into exile. He was happy in the forest. Akshaya Patra was there. He was contemplating, anyway we are getting every day plenty of meal, whatever we want we are getting, let us stay here in the forest. He was trying to withdraw and he was thinking of the comfort life. At that time, Bhima and Draupadi woke him up. You have a purpose. You are a king. You are not, idle life is not meant for you. They woke him up. He was ready for the war. I had to do the job. They woke him up. Bhimasena gave the Upadesha, Geeta Upadesha, Bhima and Draupadi, and Yudhishthira was right. And Arjuna, despite he acquired Pashupatastra and went to Indraloka and getting all the skills, but at the crucial moment he was still not sure. And he was confused. For the confused person, though he was Devendra, was an incarnation of Devendra, and at that time, and a good person, when a good person is in doubt, the God will come to help. Bhimasena was not at all confused. He knew what was right, what to be done. Only Arjuna was confused. That is why Geeta Upadesha was given to the Arjuna. It's Arjuna. Nakula and Sahadeva, the two Madri's children, they were going by whatever elders Bhima was saying, they were just following them. They did not they were blindly following. They had full trust in Bhima. Whatever he was saying, they were following. So they also did not have confusion. Confusion only for Arjuna. That is why Geeta Upadesha was given to Arjuna. And we, many times we are like Arjuna, we are confused. To be or not to be, to do or not to do, to act or not to act. So Arjuna in many ways represents us. Many ways. He is a representative of us. Confused and not sure whether to do or not, whether to act or not. So he is a representative. Nara and Narayana in Badrinatha, he's it's a Nara and Narayana Parvat is there. He's representing all of us. He's representing all of us. And Upadesha, Sri Krishna, what he has given to Arjuna, it is not confined to Arjuna alone. It is applicable for all of us who are confused in our life. And it is that is why the message of Bhagavad Gita is still relevant even after 5,000 years. It is not an outdated text. It is still relevant because we are like Arjuna. It's confused. And message of Lord Shri Krishna is still relevant. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Ashocyananvashocastvam.
Ashocyananvashocastvam.
Prajñāvādanscha bhāshase.
Prajñāvādanscha bhāshase.
Gatāsūna-gatāsūnscha.
Gatāsūna-gatāsūnscha.
Nānushochanti panditaha.
Nānushochanti panditaha.
Natvevāhaṁ jātu nāsam.
Natvevāhaṁ jātu nāsam.
Natvam neme janādipāha.
Natvam neme janādipāha.
Nachaiva na bhavishyāma.
Nachaiva na bhavishyāma.
Sarve vayamatah param.
Sarve vayamatah param.
Dehinosmi yatha dehe.
Dehinosmin yatha dehe.
Kaumaram yavvanam jara.
Kaumaram yavvanam jara.
Tatha dehantara prapti.
Tatha dehantara prapti.
Dhīrastatra na muhyati.
Dhīrastatra na muhyati.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya.
Matra sparshastu kaunteya.
Shītoshna sukha dukkadaha.
Shītoshna sukha dukkadaha.
Agama payino anitya.
Agama payino anitya.
Samstitikshvasva bharata.
Samstitikshvasva bharata.
Yam hina vyatayantyete.
Yam hina vyatayantyete.
Purusham purusharshaba.
Purusham purusharshaba.
Samadukha sukham dhiram.
Samadukha sukham dhiram.
So amritatvaya kalpate.
So amritatvaya kalpate.
Nasato vidyate abhavo.
Nasate vidyate bhavo.
Nabhavo vidyate sataha.
Nabhavo vidyate sataha.
Upayorapi drustonta.
Upayorapi drustonta.
Stanayo tattvadarshibhihi.
Svanayo tattvadarshibhihi.
Avinashitu tadvidhi.
Avinashitu तद्विद्धि
येन सर्व इदं ततं
येन सर्वमिदं ततं
विनाश अव्ययस्यास्य
विनाशमव्ययस्यास्य
न कश्चित् कर्तुम् अर्हसि
न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति
अन्तवन्त इमे देहा
अन्तवन्त इमे देहा
नित्यस्योक्ता शरीरिणः
नित्यस्योक्ता शरीरिणः
अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य
अनाशिनो अप्रमेयस्य
तस्मात् युध्यस्व भारत
तस्माद्युध्यस्व भारत
य एनं वेति हन्तारम्
येनं वेति हन्तारम्
यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम्
यश्चैनं मन्यते हतम्
उभौ तौ न विजानीतो
उभौ तौ न विजानीतो
नायं हन्ति न हन्यते
नायं हन्ति न हन्यते
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित्
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचित्
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं
वेदा विनाशिनं नित्यं
येन अज अव्ययम्
येनमजमव्ययम्
कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ
कथं स पुरुषः पार्थ
कं घातयति हन्तिकम्
कं घातयति हन्तिकम्
वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय
वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय
नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि
नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि
तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि
तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि
अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि
अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि
नैनं दहति पावकः
नैनं दहति पावकः
न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो
न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो
न शोषयति मारुतः
न शोषयति मारुतः
अच्छेद्यो अयम् अदाह्यो अयम्
अच्छेद्यो अयम् अदाह्यो अयम्
अक्लेद्यो अशोष्य एव च
अक्लेद्यो अशोष्य एव च
नित्यः सर्वगतस्ताणो
नित्यः सर्वगतस्ताणो
अचलोऽयं सनातनः
अचलोऽयं सनातनः
अव्यक्तो अयम् अचिन्त्यो अयम्
अव्यक्तो अयम् अचिन्त्यो अयम्
अविकार्यो अयमुच्यते
अविकार्यो अयमुच्यते
तस्मादेवं विदित्वेनं
तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं
नानुशोचितु अर्हसि
नानुशोचितुमर्हसि
अथ चैनं नित्यजातम्
अथ चैनं नित्यजातं
नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम्
नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम्
तथापि त्वं महाबाहो
तथापि त्वं महाबाहो
नैनं शोचितु अर्हसि
नैवं शोचितुमर्हसि
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्यु
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्यु
ध्रुवं जन्मामृतस्य च
ध्रुवं जन्मामृतस्य च
तस्मादापरिहार्येते
तस्मादापरिहार्येते
न त्वं शोचितु अर्हसि
न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
अव्यक्ताधीनि भूतानि
अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि
व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत
व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत
अव्यक्तनिधनान्यैव
अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव
तत्र का परिदेवना
तत्र का परिदेवना
आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम्
आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेन
आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः
आश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः
आश्चर्यवत् चैनम् अन्य शृणोति
आश्चर्यवचैनमन्य शृणोति
श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्
श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्
देहि नित्य अदव्योऽयम्
देहि नित्य अदव्योऽयम्
देहे सर्वस्य भारत
देहे सर्वस्य भारत
तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि
तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि
न त्वं शोचितु अर्हसि
न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
स्वधर्मामपि चावेक्ष्य
स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य
न विकम्पितुमर्हसि
न विकम्पितुमर्हसि
धर्माधियुद्धश्रेयोऽन्यत्
धर्मादियुद्धश्रेयोऽन्यत्
क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते
क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते
यदृच्छया चोपपन्नम्
यदृच्छया चोपपन्नम्
स्वर्गद्वारा उपामृतं
स्वर्गद्वारामुपावृतम्
सुखिनः क्षत्रियाः पार्थ
सुखिनः क्षत्रिया पार्थ
लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्
लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्
अथ चेत्त्व इमं धर्म्यम्
अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यम्
सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि
सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि
तथा स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च
ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च
हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि
हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि
अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि
अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि
कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम्
कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम्
सम्भावितस्य च कीर्ति
सम्भावितस्य च कीर्ति
मरणादतिरिच्यते
मरणादतिरिच्यते
भयाद्रणादु परतम्
भयाद्रणाद् परतम्
मन्स्यन्ते त्वं महारथाः
मन्स्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः
येषां च त्वं बहुमतो
येषां च त्वं बहुमतो
भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्
भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्
अवाच्यवादांश्च बहून्
अवाच्यवादांश्च बहून्
वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः
वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः
निन्दस्तव सामर्थ्यम्
निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यम्
ततो दुःखतरं नु किम्
ततो दुःखतरं नु किम्
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम्
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गम्
जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीन्
जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम्
तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय
तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय
युद्धाय कृतनिश्चय
युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः
तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय you have to get up. It is not that problem when you are overwhelmed with the problem. Many people retreat and go into depression and resign to the situation. Shri Krishna says retreating, resigning, going into the depression is not the solution. You have to stand up and fight the battle of this life. Everyone is given an opportunity to fight the battle. Why challenges are placed in front of us? Only when there are challenges in front of us, then only there is a growth happens in us. If everything is a cakewalk in our life, everything is given on a golden plate, golden spoon, and there is no growth happens. And there is no growth happens when there is everything in abundance, everything in given easy life, cake walking on it's like a cakewalk, easy. There is no transformation. The purpose we are born here, we have to grow. How we grow when we are confronted with challenges, then only we grow. We are like your gold is put it into the furnace and molten, it is melted and turned, and when it's cooled, and it can be molded into any shape it wants. Whatever shape the goldsmith wants, he makes it out of that one. When you are stiff, it's not doing anything, best in you not comes out. When you are put into the furnace, the brightness in the gold increases. If you keep the gold stored, the old gold, it's lost the luster in that one. When you are put through the furnace of your life, when you go through the challenges, you come out bright, brilliant. Best in you starts coming out when you are put through the challenges. When you are not put through the challenges, they call this person is not exposed to the challenges, and the way in which that person talks or behaves in the society, we know that person hasn't gone through any hardship. The hardship, somebody was saying that one in Middle East also. Middle East, my great grandfather was riding a camel, my grandfather was riding a camel, my father is to ride a Rolls Royce, I am driving Range Rover, next generation maybe another Volkswagen, and further down they will ride again the camel. When I am so exposed to the best situation, complacency is there. The best won't come when I am complacent. Whatever I have, it will go down. When we go through the hardship, most of us that who have migrated overseas, or we can reflect how our parents or grandparents, they struggled in their life. Even getting a proper meal, feeding the family itself was by the end of the month was a struggle. Out of struggle, because they struggled, there was a value inculcated in us. There is a value. When now our children, they have everything in abundance. They are not exposed to the challenges. And they are not baked as hard as what we have baked. And maybe further their next generation, they are not exposed to the tough situation. In an easy situation, best in them never comes out. To come out the best situation, never blame the situation, never blame the God for the hardship. There is an unseen hand behind every situation. The Supreme Lord, He wants us to grow. He wants us to become more beautiful, more bright, more brilliant. And how He is making us? He is giving us the various tests, putting us through various situations, so that He wants us to come out the brilliant. And the example I gave last week, Udanka story, I told about the Udanka story. Udanka, I mentioned the story in the Sri Krishna. The Udanka the Duryodhana went to all rishis and he pocketed them, pretending that he was a great devotee. He gave some donation, and Udanka also mistook Duryodhana as a very loyal student. When he heard from Sri Krishna that war had happened and Duryodhana was killed, Udanka thought it happened because of Lord Krishna. He could have averted the war deliberately. This situation resulted in Duryodhana's death. He took water in hands and wanted to pronounce curse on to Sri Krishna, but Sri Krishna revealed his Vishrupa. And seeing that one, Udanka got frightened and fell flat on the ground and apologized. And why Sri Krishna could have allowed Udanka to pronounce a curse? By cursing the Lord, nothing would happen to Lord Sri Krishna, but what a stock of merit would have gone. Udanka's all the tapas, sadhana, whatever he had done would have disappeared. Why did he allow, he did not allow Udanka to pronounce the curse? Because in the Mahabharata, after the war, Lord was staying in Hastinapura with Pandavas for a while, and he told Arjuna that tell your brother Yudhishthira that I have been staying here for long. I have to go to Dwaraka. My parents are waiting. Old parents are longing to see me, and ask him to permit me. He is not allowing me to go. And with great difficulty, then Arjuna said, nothing doing, and before you go, you clear me this one. What you taught in Bhagavad Gita in the battlefield, your Gita, what you taught, I was under tremendous tension. I was not paying much of attention. Can you repeat again? Now I have time. I will note down all the points you mentioned. Can you repeat again? And Sri Krishna says, to repeat the same, three things are vital. To repeat the same. One is the sayer. Who spoke last time, this time also same person has to speak. Yes, I spoke then, I am still here. And second one, hearing. You heard then, you are hearing. Yes, two things are similar. But the third one, situation also must be the same. At that time, in the war front, it was an emergency. Now there is no emergency. You are asking a question, you have plenty of time, tell me. Then it is not the same situation. When the situation is not the same message cannot come out. Same message cannot come out, and since you have asked, I will tell you another Geeta. It is called as Anugeeta. Anugeeta means one would follows the original Geeta. Anusarati. One which follows the original Geeta, it is Anugeeta. Original Geeta has 700 slokas, and Anugeeta, he tells another story called as Anugeeta, which has more than 1500 sloka, almost double, more than double that sloka. He tells a story of Udanka. Udanka story he tells. Udanka under the Gautama Rishi, Gautama and Ahalya, the same as one came in Ramayana time. Udanka was a disciple of Gautama Rishi, and he was serving his guru. He was serving his guru with throwing his heart while serving his guru and his ashram, doing all the seva, whatever he could see, and without asking he was doing all the services. And in Gautama's ashram, many students were there, coming and going. Many students were coming, getting graduated and going. Like in our yoga school also, quite a few people came and got graduated in yoga, and they left. And whereas Udanka was there, he has seen many convocations, but he never got graduated. He never worried also. And he was enjoying what the service he was doing to his teacher. Once he went to the forest to bring the load of firewood for the ashram. He was carrying on the head. The big load he was carrying, and he was with great difficulty, he was coming down, and near the ashram, load was so heavy, and the load fell down. When it was falling down, his hair got tangled with the firewood, and the hair also, part of the hair also fell down, came off from his head. And he looked at the hair, and hair had become grey. Then he realized, I have become very old. All the students, other students, they came in the youth, they went out. I am old, I have become very old, and still I haven't got my graduation. And I have become so old. And he started crying. Tears started coming. How unfortunate is this one? I have become so old, and this hair has become grey, and I didn't realize I have become old. And when tears started coming, and Gautama's daughter, she held palms near his face to catch the tears. She did not want the tears to fall on the ground. The tears were so intense that even her hands got burnt off. And Gautama came to know about this one, and he said, why you are crying? He said, I did not get graduated, I have become old, and I must be very bad student. All good people, they have got graduated. And Gautama said, it was not that you are a bad student or a dull student. I was liking you a lot. I liked your Guru Seva a lot. I did not want to part you away. I wanted you to stay. That is why I did not send you off. Now, since you expressed interest in getting graduated, I will get you graduated now itself, and with this power, with the yogic power, he blessed Udanka and made him young again. And he married off his daughter also as a reward, and he gave, Udanka gave the Guru Dakshina to his wife Ahalya, a special earring. I will talk about that one some other time. And Sri Krishna said, why I did not allow him to curse? Because he had done such a Guru Seva, that one who has served a Guru, and that karma, that effect will never go waste. That will protect all the time. It will grow big and big. That karma will come life after life. That person will be protected life after life. Since that those who serve the Guru with that attitude never will go waste. That is why I did not allow him to curse me. And Guru Seva, Shri Krishna talked about the importance of Guru Seva there. And it's Tasmat Uttishta Kaunteya, Yuddhaya Krita Nischaya. When you are on a noble trait, when you are there, no retreat. There is a blessing, will be always there. Those who serve their teacher, that is the best service they can do any place. And that karma will keep on multiplying. Other wealth, whatever we have, it will come and go. But this, the service done to the Guru, Shri Krishna says, it will protect them all the time. Tasmat Krita Nischaya. When you have done that one, such a noble thing, why afraid? Move on in your life. Sukadukke same krutva.
Sukadukke same krutva.
Labha labho jaya jayo.
Labha labho jaya jayo.
Tato yuddhaya yujyasva.
Tato yuddhaya yujyasva.
Naivam papamavapsyasi.
Naivam papamavapsyasi.
Yesha te abhihita sankhye.
Yesha te abhihita sankhye.
Buddhi yoge tvimam shrunu.
Buddhi yoge tvimam shrunu.
Buddhya yukto yaya partha.
Buddhya yukto yaya partha.
Karma bandham prahasyasi.
Karma bandham prahasyasi.
Neha bhikramanashosti.
Neha bhikramanashosti.
Pratyavayo na vidyate.
Pratyavayo na vidyate.
Swalpamapyasya dharmasya.
Swalpamapyasya dharmasya.
Trayate mahato bhayat.
Trayate mahato bhayat.
Vyavasayatmika buddhi.
Vyavasayatmika buddhi.
Ekeha kurunandana.
Ekeha kurunandana.
Bahushaka hi anantascha.
Bahushaka hi anantascha.
Buddhayo avyayasayinam.
Buddhayo avyayasayinam.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham.
Yamimam pushpitam vacham.
Pravadantya vipaschitaha.
Pravadantya vipaschitaha.
Veda vadarata partha.
Veda vadarata partha.
Nanyadastiti vadinaha.
Nanyadastiti vadinaha.
Kamatmana swargapara.
Kamatmana swargapara.
Janma karma palapradam.
Janma karma phalapradam.
Kriya vishesha bahulam.
Kriya vishesha bahulam.
Bhogaishwarya gatim prati.
Bhogaishwarya gatim prati.
Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam.
Bhogaishwarya prasaktanam.
Taya prahata chetasam.
Taya prahrita chetasam.
Vyavasayatmika buddhi.
Vyavasayatmika buddhi.
Samadho na vidiyate.
Samadho na vidiyate.
And disintegrated mind, people do not have a resolute mind, and they are satisfied only with the outer meaning of the scriptures. And that outer meaning is talking the flowery words of the outer meaning, they are satisfied. They are not at all interested in diving deep to understand the deeper shastras. In the outer meaning, if it is talking about do the karma, you will get more money, or only they spend their time, that havan, this havan, so many rituals they are engaged in. Why? When you do that one, you will get that one, you will get that prosperity, that money, more wealth. They are only happy with that one. They are not interested in inner meaning. And even a resolute one person talks about that one, they are not interested in hearing. They are satisfied with the outer meaning. And up to there we have done. And here, Traigunya, Vishaya, Veda, Nistrairgunyo, Bhavarjuna, Nirdvandvo, Nityasattvasto, Niryoga, Kshema, Atmavan, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistrairgunyo Bhavarjuna, Nirdvandvo Nityasattvasto, Niryoga Kshema Atmavan. And the scriptures, whatever it is talking about, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, the whatever Veda is talking about, only three gunas, sattva, rajas and tamas. What is seen, what can be understood, whatever the mind can understand, whatever hearing can, whatever we hear, whatever we taste, whatever we feel, that alone it can mention. Whatever it mentions, it is only in the realm of our perception. If you want to write something beyond which we can perceive, words cannot explain that one. It is beyond the realms of the words, and Vedas cannot document that one. The teacher can convey something, only convey the words only which we can comprehend that one. If somebody is talking about something which we cannot comprehend, that makes no sense. And whatever the Shastras are talking about, all Vedas, all Upanishads, they are talking about only the three, which are perceived, which can be perceived through five senses. What cannot be perceived through the five senses, the Upanishads or the Vedas or scriptures cannot convey. So, but the Supreme Lord is not confined to the perception. He is much beyond that one. So, the Vedas cannot talk about it. Upanishads cannot talk about that one. The Guru cannot talk about that one, because it is beyond the realm of the words. God, Supreme Lord, He is beyond the realm of our perception. When He is beyond the realm of perception, how can I explain? Like a cow, if I have a cow, I can bring the cow and I can say, this is the horn. I can show. But how do you show this is a God? He is beyond the realm of perception. The Vedas only talk about the gross things. Subtler things, Vedas, Upanishads, scriptures cannot talk about that one. So, how do you know about the God? God cannot be explained. Sri Krishna says it cannot be explained beyond the realm of the words. But you can experience that one according to your ability. According to your ability, you can experience in silence. In silence, in going within. Like how much water I can carry from the ocean, because depending upon the capacity of the vessel I carry, I can bring that much of water. I cannot say this is only the ocean. Ocean is so much, but I understood this much, I carried this much. Or a bigger bucket, bigger vessel, bigger tanker. I carried that one according to my capacity. But Supreme Lord is beyond your capacity. Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistrairgunyo Bhavarjuna. Nistrairgunyo Bhavarjuna. What Sri Krishna is saying, that do not confine yourself to the realm. What I see, what I hear, what I read in Veda, that is the ultimate meaning. That is the ultimate. People quote every time, the Veda says this one talks about, look at this one, it says this one. It is beyond that one. Nistrairgunyo. Get declutched from the worldly perception. Try to experience that one. Sri Krishna in the beginning, Senayor Ubayor Madhye, you have come to the center. Center means not to get too hung up on your senses, what I experience, only I talk about. It goes beyond that one. The realm of senses, Nistrairgunyo Bhavarjuna, try to experience that experience your senses cannot give. Try to experience that one. Nirdvandvo Nitya Sattvasto. And always do not go into the extremities. Nirdvandvo. Dvandva, getting confronted. Do or not to do. Be or not to be. Act, not to act. I am totally confused. Cold summer, hot summer, cold winter, hot summer. I am tossed between that one, tossed between the seasons. And cloudy day, rainy day, hot day, I am tossed. Every situation gives, I don't know, this way. I am tossed, nirdvandvo. Try to observe the equanimity. Slowly, Sri Krishna is introducing us to what is yoga. In the further shlokas it comes, nirdvandvo, not to get tossed. He is slowly introducing us to yoga. Nirdvandvo, always nitya sattvasto, not to get into unnecessary argument with the people. My philosophy is better, my acharya is better, my religion is better, my country is better, and my food is better, my wife cooks the best food, and not to get into unnecessary argument. And it's an argument leads to only the confusion of your mind. Nitya sattvasto, always try to remain calm as best as you can. Nitya sattvasto, try to maintain the calm mind. Nitya sattvasto. Yoga kshema atmavan. Yoga, and yoga means to, I always want, I am not satisfied in my life. One meaning of yoga, I want more, I am not satisfied. Personal life, I am always whinging and cringing. And I am kshema means I want to preserve security, I want extra security, extra camera, extra security, and how to protect my wealth, how to, share market is going up and down, how to hedge that one. And so much of tension in your trivial things, how to protect that one. Try to disassociate from things which is making your mind restless. Try to calm your mind. Try to contemplate on Vedas. It is talking about, there is, try to read between the lines. There is a message is conveyed in silence also in yoga, in Vedas, Upanishads, in the scriptures. In silence, many things are conveyed. When you are in presence of a teacher, in presence of the teacher, in silence, you get many messages. Many messages. How did I get? In silence also a message is conveyed. Shri Krishna says not to get satisfied with only outer meaning of the scriptures, saying that this is the ultimate. Try to go beyond what is said. Traigunya Vishaya Veda. It talks about only the three gunas. Try to go beyond that one. Yavanartha Udapane Sarvata Samplutodake Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanataha Yavanartha Udapane Sarvata Samplutodake Tavan Sarveshu Vedeshu Brahmanasya Vijanataha. And following on the previous sloka, Traigunya Vishaya Veda Nistrir Gunyo Bhavarjuna Nirdvando Nityasattvasto Niryogakshema Atmavan. Shri Krishna says not to say that scriptures, this is the ultimate what I am reading. Try to calm your mind and read between the lines and read the silence of the author or great Mahatmas. And why? And it gives an example why. Like I have a well in my house, I have in front of my house I have a well and water is there. I am drawing the water from the well. Now suppose there is a flood. Flood has happened, so much of rain, my well is next to the river. Next to the river, my house is next to the river. And so much of flood that river water has broken the banks and water is everywhere. Even my well also is covered with water. River water has covered my well. So, when the river water has covered my well also, why I should keep on looking for where is my well? I want to draw the water from my well. The water, it is there, it has covered your well from the river. It is everywhere, it has come. And why you are picky on my well water? That water in the river is already covered, that one. And Tavan, similarly, one who has realized the silence between the lines in Vedas, he or she no more get confused while reading the text. For others, we say, my religious text says this one, my teacher says this one, only I follow my teacher, what he said, he did not talk about that one, my sampradaya is this one, my the religion talks about only this one and it doesn't talk about that one. I am confining myself to that one. Whereas like river water has broken the banks and flooded everywhere, why I get hung up on drawing the water from my well? Similarly, that illumined person, he or she never get settled for just the outer meaning. Just the outer meaning. He has or she has experienced, has seen the inner meaning, has seen beyond the perception. He or she could experience something which is beyond the senses. When that person has experienced, then what is there for to argue with others? This is the ultimate truth. That person is only arguing from the senses point. When this person has gone beyond that one, what is there to argue with that one? that person is so, that has seen the truth. Next one. Then what happens? Karmanye vadikaraste mapaleshu kadachana ma karma palaheturbhu mate sangostva akarmani karmanye vadikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma palaheturbhu mate sangostva akarmani. Is the Bhagavad Gita, many people they think, they say, many posters are there, Bhagavad Gita summary, they put this, quote this one, and many people they do not know the second line also, only they say karmanye vadikaraste, that's all they know, beyond that one they don't know. This one is the complete sloka. Try to memorize that one, leading on that one, that water has entered. One who has realized that one, then for that person, doing whatever you are doing, karmanye va adhikaraste ma paleshu kadachana. Whatever you are doing, it is as a duty you are doing, and fruit is not the driver for you. You are throwing your heart behind whatever you are doing, and fruit is not a driver. And at the same time, if fruit is not the driver, do not resort to inaction. I am not interested in fruit. And in the yoga class, at length, I covered in many series akarmana, vikarmana, sakama karma, nishkama karma. Akarma means not interested in akarmani, not at all interested in the fruit. I am not interested in action. 4 types. One is akarma. I am not interested in work. I am not interested in salary. Vikarma is the one, I don't want to work, but I want money. I want salary. Many people in the factory workers, they go on for strike. We don't want to work, but we want money. I want. Sakama karma, you give me this one, I will work this one. Give me a bit more, I will work more. Give me more, I will work. Give me 1 million, I will work, I will commit myself. If you are not paying, okay, sorry, I am not working. That is proportional. My output is proportional to what I get. Sakama karma. Nishkama karma is the one I am not bothered about the reward I get. I am working for my own unfoldment. That is the karma yoga. We have to delve deep into the sloka next week again. The karmanye vadikaraste, important sloka we'll touch upon again. Traigunya vishaya veda. Nistrairgunyo bhavarjuna. Nirdvandvo nityasattvasto. Niryogakshema atmavan. Yavanartha udapane. Sarvata samplutodake. Tavan sarveshu vedeshu. Brahmanasya vijanata. Karmanye vadikaraste. Ma phaleshu kadachana. Ma karma palaheturbhu. Mate sangostva akarmani. Vasudeva sutam devam. Kamsa chanūramardhanam. Devaki paramanandam. Krishnam vande jagadgurum.